Hey everybody, it's Derek.
And Lizzy.
And we're back with the Board Game Spotlight. This is not a game night though.
No, it's talking, hanging
It's a little different. We're just gonna chill. This is 2022, the hype of 2022. This is gonna be a list.
What year it is?
I've lost track of what year it is. I feel like the movie where he's like, what year is it? I'm trying to think of his name. There's a GIF I use all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
I know.
But like, I feel that. Like, I was writing a check the other day, and I was like, wait, what year do I put on this thing?
Yeah. I just had drill this last weekend, so on a lot of the paperwork, we had to remind everybody because it was the first drill back for the new year. Like, don't write 2021. Make sure you write 2022 on all the dates.
Still do it?
Someone still did it. Of course they did.
It's like when you're in school, like at the beginning of the year, you come back and you're writing out your name and the date, and then the date is always wrong. And you're always, it's life. It's how it is.
We want to say hello to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I see a lot of our friends in the comments. Chris, I see multiple Chris's. Chris Peach, Chris Vallely, Chris. Just those two. I thought Chris Goldie was going to show up. Mike Henson's here. I see Board Game Bree. What is going on? Writing a check. Hey, look.
Our trash service, they send you a bill and you have to send it. Like, there's nothing online. Like, you can't go there. Like,
there are some
checks or nothing.
Places that have not figured out that we are in the internet age. They are still 1999, apparently. So
just this one place. It's the only check I have to write.
I don't know. It's crazy. Anyways, thanks so much. We have a lot of games to talk about, but we're not going to go super in depth on these because there's a lot of stuff.
I will try and limit how much
she'll be like prodding me or whatever. Like, okay. Y'all can see on the screen Wonderland's War is coming out in 2020. I promise you. 2022. I promise you it's coming out in a few months. I'm so excited. I've gotten to work on this quite a bit. As you know, I work for Skybound Tabletop, so I had to throw up my bias.
Also,
however, Lizzy did not work on the game.
This game. I did get to maybe play test.
Yeah, you did a little play testing.
I love this game. It's a bag builder, which I love.
Bag building area control.
So good.
It's super fun.
Area control is fine. Like, I can leave it or take it. Like, that's not bag building though. Is what I'm like. And there's card drafting.
There's card drafting. Yeah. A rondelle actually. It's a rondelle.
Area control is a good area control game, but the bag building is where it's at for me.
I see Helena's in here. I see AJ. What's up, friends? Thanks so much. All right, so Bloodstone, right? Everybody, we know that one, okay? So let's move on to the next one we're excited about. That would be Dice Throne.
No, Marvel Dice
Throne.
It literally says Marvel Dice Throne.
Lizzy and I got a chance to play this one extensively for the Kickstarter. We ran the tournament. We spent a lot of time with the game and the characters. If you're a Marvel fan, it's so good. Like, the characters feel so thematic.
Yeah,
they did such an amazing job.
I love the characters that they were able to use. Yeah. I'm disappointed in no Captain America, but Loki is there and Black Widow.
Something tells me that this did well enough that we will be seeing more.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling that there will be more of this coming. So if you're excited about Marvel Dice Throne like we are, that's one of the games we're really excited about. Now, I do want to mention, as we go through some of these games, there's going to be a segment where we hit a couple publishers where we're going to talk about more than just their game. In fact, we are going to go ahead and start that right now with In Too Deep. So Burnt Island Games and Kids Table Board Gaming. I think you said they have 4 games coming out this year.
Each of the
so 2 and 2, right?
The adults.
The adult table and the kid table.
The more mature games, and then the kids family friendly games.
No, I get it.
They're doing 2 for each. So In Too Deep is the first one. You got to play this on tabletop. I have not. We have our copy. I've not played it yet.
I know. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I've not
the only one of theirs that I have not played. So
Creature Comforts, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Oh,
Burnt Island. You just combine them all. I keep them separate.
Clayton and Josh, they're the same to me.
They are the same, but it's 2 different companies, and those 2 different companies are different in my mind. I am talking about In Too Deep in the Burnt Island catalog.
Yeah.
I am very excited about In Too Deep. I've loved all of their games. I have not played this one yet.
Cyberpunk is awesome. It's so good.
I'm very excited to try it out.
It's so good.
We have a copy.
We do.
Derek is very busy.
Well,
this
I grabbed the
month with some
minis
stuff,
and
so-
I got them primed. I want to get them painted.
You painted
And
those right
like as
away.
soon as they came in, I started painting them. And I've been busy. I've had school and stuff, so it's just been kind of a crazy month for us. But In Too Deep, y'all, this is gonna be good. Like anything they do is good. And that brings us to, I guess we'll do their next one. Fall of the Mountain King. Now, this is a not true sequel to...
What do they call it? Like a spiritual successor?
But it's a prequel.
But it's a prequel.
Right. So it's like How the Mountain Fell.
Yes.
So it's super, super cool. We are really, really excited about this one. I guess I should show off like some of the mechanisms for y'all if you're interested. Oh, I see that it's kind of cut off. Let me see if I can fix that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, though?
It's the gnomes that come in and fight the
Yeah, so you're using the gnomes
dwarves?
versus it's the dwarfs versus the trolls.
Trolls.
Yeah, it's the trolls.
They come in and they take over.
I think it is gnomes. I'm
It
pretty
is
sure it's
gnomes, yeah.
It's been a minute
And
since we played.
It's hard to explain it, but it's so good.
It's area control drafting
It is area
and
control.
action points. So you have action points
And
you can
there's that
allocate to do.
rondelle.
Right. There's a rondelle in it. There's a lot happening in this game. There's also
I'm not great at describing
scoring.
games. I'm good at playing them, but like getting me to
That's
describe
very
a game,
true.
it's great. It's so good.
This is a really, really good one. We're excited about.
It's very different. They have a way of creating games that just have a very different theme, a very different feel from a lot of the mainstream games. When In the Hall of the Mountain King came out, I remember playing that and I was just like,
I was blown away.
I've never played anything like that.
It was so unique.
It was so unique. And so I had high expectations for Fall of the Mountain King.
It's true.
And
they delivered.
very
It's
good.
another
They did.
unique experience
It's very
because of the way
different, but-
you build out. If you ever played like a card game like Honshu, or like you have to play your cards creating grid spaces, and
Yes.
those chain together for like an engine building experience. I don't know how they do it, but they create fresh, unique experiences with every game, which
you
is
can
great.
feel where they drew the inspiration from the In the Hall of the Mountain King, but it is a
Right.
completely different game.
Right, it's its own thing.
Like,
it's super, super cool.
They're very separate, very different.
So then the next one is Creature Comforts. Now, I put this one up here because we didn't get a chance. This is the only game from them that we've not gotten a chance to do because I was deployed. We did not get to
and
cover
you too.
Creature. Well, yeah, but I did do
You guys have
TTS, but we did not. I have not
I've
touched
not
Creature
seen
Comforts.
yeah.
I've only
Jimmy
seen the
got to do it.
Kickstarter. I have watched videos. I have been
looks so cute.
I'm so excited for this. Like, I needed this yesterday. So, Helena, if you're watching, I think you're in here. We need that one, okay?
Yes.
I don't know a whole lot about it, honestly. Like, I mean, from what I've watched, but I know it's got the card drafting, it's got dice, there are events, you've got like contracts and like I think
I just
recipe
love the little
fulfillment.
animals. Like,
It's
I am
just
here for the art.
So adorable. So adorable. I'm all in on Creature Comforts. And then the other one,
more.
now this we did get to try.
We did. It's good.
And I'm really excited because if you've watched videos or you've seen me interact online, love abstract games. I love abstract games. And this is an abstract game with asymmetrical plant powers, not player powers, plant powers.
And you can mix up which ones you play with. So we only played with, what did you play with, like
Five? Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
There's a bunch. So you can mix and match and like change them up. So it has a lot of replayability with the different plants that you can combine. And then
the different combinations
we
make it
obviously play
really
two-player
interesting.
games, so like more players, more plants you're gonna add in, and more different things.
And
Each
this is
plant has
another
something very unique.
area control game. I know
Yeah.
I keep mentioning area control. I love area control games though, so they're close to my heart. But it is an abstract game that plays, again, this is kids table board games, so it is family friendly. But there's some really good decisions to be made in this game. What's up, Lobby of Hobbies? I think that might be Jazz.
Yeah. They have really great just family games, but
But are
the
interesting
parents
for everyone.
want to play.
Right.
Like Fossilis, another one of theirs. Like, oh my goodness.
Hey,
I'm like,
2022 though, 2022.
I know. I'm just saying, like, their games are fantastic.
All right. Hey, and let us know in the comments. We love the interaction. We're so happy you're here. Let us know what you think might be on this list. Like, what is a game in 2022 that you're excited about? I know Chris Peach already mentioned the next one, Ark Nova. And this is being localized by Capstone.
Yes. I have, okay, I have no idea like how the game plays or like anything about like the actual game. I just know I've seen so many people post that it's such a great game and it's like a great gaming experience and like they just are like obsessed with it. So I'm like, yes, I need it.
Seen a single bad thing said about this game. Like everything I've read,
everything I've seen is like gushing about it. It's not like, oh, I played this game, it's pretty cool. It's like this is the best gaming experience I've had in years.
Yes.
Which I mean,
which is awesome. Now this is building a park.
Multiple people that I know and trust.
It's
and I'm
an
like,
economic game. You're running and managing a modern zoo. It's got not Tetris, but it's hexagon placement. So like you're building out areas on a board. It's got card drafting. Like everything I've seen about this game. I mean, 255 cards in this game. That's absurd.
That's a lot.
But everything I've seen about this game looks fantastic. And this is on like, I need this game yesterday list for me. I want to play this so bad.
That is a long list for you though.
It is a long list. Like, see, there it is. Chris Peach said this will be number 1, number 2 on BGG in no time. Yeah, I think this one's going to rock it up. Look, it just came out of Essen last year and it's up to 383.
That's pretty crazy.
It's hit the top 500 in like less than 4 months.
That's
6 months.
That's impressive.
That's pretty incredible. So anyways, the next one we have is a game that I backed quite a while back. This one's a bit late, but it's okay because it's from our friends AEG, and I know that they're going to deliver an experience. And I got to see some very early stuff for this game, and it is another game in their card crafting game, but you get to be a freaking pirate. Like, that is all I needed to see was pirate card crafting. And it's by John DeClaire. Like, he's one of the best. And Ian O'Toole did all the art. Like
that alone, just
John DeClaire is one of the best designers in the industry. It's got area control or area majority. It's got a cube tower where you're like dropping cubes in order to like fire cannons at other ships.
Sounds like and so much fun.
It's either a deck or a back building game. I don't remember specifically which, but you get to like figure out your
deck,
crew.
bag, and pool building.
Yeah. Like, this game is going to just...
AEG really goes hard with their theme.
Right?
They really
Edge of Darkness was a big one, and or even just their themes, they go all in on
even just, like, Santa Monica. Like, you know, it's just... Or, like, Whirling Witchcraft. They just, like, totally embrace it and are like, okay, what else can we add to this game to really give it that feel? And, like, they don't shy away from, like, unpopular or, like, niche or, like, they're like, just go for it, it'll be fine. And they nail it every time. It's incredible.
Yeah, I totally agree. So here it is, the battle via dynamic cube tower. Kind of like an Edge of Darkness where they had that cube tower.
Yes.
They brought it back, and so you get to battle like NPC ships or other player ships. So there will be quite a bit of take that. I mean, it is a game about being a pirate, so that's kind of, you know.
I guess that's fine.
That's fine. If you go into a game where the expectation is, hey, I'm going to attack you and try to destroy you, I have a little bit more leniency there. Yeah. First, the audacity, but it's okay. All right, here we go. The next one we have. Now, this is the second publisher. We told you we were going to do a string of the first publisher. This is the next publisher. We have a string of games coming out in 2022 that I think are going to just really do very well. The first one is Merchants of the Dark Road. Now, you and I have played this quite a few times in the last few months. We demoed it at PAX Unplugged. We worked for Elf
you
Creek.
did. I did.
You sold it. But like, I know there's a lot going around online or whatever, and not every game is for every gamer, but this game is 100% a game for me. And there's so many interlocking mechanisms that are happening.
And the interlocking board, which I love. I hope that we see more of. It's like
they did that for a reason.
Pieces, I know, but I think one of the big things is that if they want to do expansions or stuff, instead of having to do an entire new board, you just pop out the piece and add in the new expansion, which is just so brilliant. And that way, you're not adding a second board. You're not like having to like need so much more room.
Well, the other thing too is like with an expansion. It's so cool that it's modular where like you could fit an expansion puzzle piece in the middle that just extends the board. Yeah. Like there's so much modularity to it with that type of board. But I mean, as you can see, I did rate this one a 10 on here. I gotta rate the other ones. Telling on myself. Favoritism. But it's got pickup and delivery, dice rolling. It's got really fun events. There's a polyomino where you're putting stuff in your caravan. I'm really excited for this, and I got a shipping notification for my pledge, so it's finally on its way.
Because still you've been playing it, but we'll finally have our own copy.
What a gorgeous game. Like, they did an incredible job on the production of it, which is super fantastic.
They always have, though. Like, it's always been.
Yeah, Chris, I know the reviews have hampered your expectation. I think you need to try the game. Like, honestly, like, try the game, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. I understand, but like, I don't know. I think every game is worth trying once, generally speaking. No. Some exceptions, but the next one is Santa's Workshop. Now, this is a reprint.
I know nothing about this.
Of an older game
Derek's
from
talking
Rio
to me about it,
Grande.
and I'm like,
dude,
what?
This is such a good family worker placement, like Stone Age, where you're using elves in Santa's Workshop. Get it? Santa's Workshop. And you're building the toys for Santa to take for Christmas.
To the kids.
So it's like the week before or a couple days before Christmas. So you're building up, and you're putting these toys in every day. And like whoever makes the most toys that day gets extra points. And then they all get put in a Santa's sleigh. And then Santa delivers them on this is just so good. And
have you played the original?
No. I've only played the reprint. And it's so fun, and it's light, it's accessible, but it's a good game. Like, kind of like what we were talking about with kids' table board gaming. It's a game that you can play with your kids, but it's not a kids game.
But you're going to enjoy it. It's not going to be like, okay, let's play this kids game, and I'm going to be like losing brain cells.
Yeah, this one is really, really fun. Matt Paquette, they got Andrew Bosley and Jackie Davis on the artwork, so they really... If you've seen the first one, the artwork on the first one is questionable. I'm not a super big fan of it, but I know art is subjective. I'm a big fan of the artwork in this new game. And you can see this is coming out. It will be delivered in Q3, Q4. It's going straight to retail. So you should be able to pick that up and play that for Christmas.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Hey, Justin Gibbons. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. All right, let's move on. The next one is the Honey Buzz expansion. Fall flavors.
Yes, we played that one.
Buzz.
Yes, Honey Buzz is great. So this adds different, like you add in the fruit instead of.
Oh, there's like 5 modules.
Yeah,
there's like fruit now, and there's a couple different like types of.
It has
honey.
new orders with the new fruit and like the different types of honey.
The bee board, like where you can send them to a party. You can retire them. That was one of my favorite parts. Actually.
And then you can claim spaces and get points for that if you're the first bee to retire there. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I totally agree. And like Honey Buzz was one of our favorites, and I think it was delivered in 2021, I want to say, like early 2021.
I think
or 2019,
I remember
2020.
getting a copy around Christmas of 2020. You were gone, and then I got it, and I just remember everyone being like, "How do you fit in the box?" And I'm like trying to like. Eventually got it all in, but yeah.
No, I mean this is one of our favorite games when it released. Yeah. And this game, like the Tetris puzzle or the hexagonal puzzle of your honeycomb is super cool because you're activating it. It's
cool.
It's so satisfying when you're able to like develop a honeycomb hive that triggers off. Again, it's like an engine building game.
Colors you're putting down and how you're shaping the hive, because that's going to tell you what kind of honey that you can put in it. And some are harder to get than others, and it's going to take multiple combs instead of like some that just take 2 or 3. So it's like, okay, do I play the long game and then get a bunch to have activated at once, or do I want to like try and get a bunch out really quickly? It's
Mike said Christmas 2020, so you're absolutely right. So charity board gamer, good to see you. And Marvel Dice Throne is coming out this year. I am very, very positive it'll be out this year. That was actually one of the first things we talked about. Hey, what's up, Brian? Good to see you. Dice Realms or Encyclopedia? I have not heard of either of those. Dice Realms or Encyclopedia. I'm going to have to add that to the list of things to look up here. We'll write that down so we can see what those are about. I'm really excited about games you have suggestions for as well. So if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I haven't seen this game yet, throw them in there because we'd love to talk to them about it.
Okay, what's next on the list?
What do you think the next one is?
I have no idea. Do you want me to look? Oh, it is Flamecraft.
Peter Vaughn.
You got to play this. right?
You didn't play it with me at
I did not
Gamers
play it
Ranch
with you,
when I
no.
taught. Okay,
No.
I think I saw Jimmy Hudson was in the comments, right? Was he here hanging out? I thought maybe not. Oh, hey, what's up, Brett Nolan? I see Wes Grolmus is here. Anyways, I got to teach quite a few people Flamecraft, and
You loved it. You were raving
oh
about
my
it.
gosh, like this
I
is
have
another.
seen so much art for it. The art looks so cute. I know that Peter did a lot of work on this and
Yep.
Danny Vega, and so like I know the team behind it is amazing. and
Cardboard
so-
Alchemy's killing it. Like, I'm excited. I think Mission Catastrophe is supposed to also deliver this year, I want to say, which is one of their other games. But Flamecraft is not only gorgeous, but it's just a fun experience, and it's easy to get to the table. There's not a lot of rules overhead, but there's some really great interactions with sending your dragons to different stores. And like you get to like do different things. It's just a really, really fun
Oh my
game.
gosh.
Worker placement, you've got hand management, resource management, set collection. So I'm really, really excited about Flamecraft.
Mike says he was really happy he won at the ranch.
That's right, yeah.
He's very excited. He says #1 most anticipated.
Yeah.
Grace said she got to play it in Poland because Lucky Duck is bringing it to retail
Oh,
in
that's
Europe.
awesome.
That's really exciting.
That's exciting. We love Lucky Duck.
You do.
All right. Let's go to the next one. And the next one is My Father's Work from Renegade Game Studios. So this is a game that I backed on Kickstarter that should deliver in 2022. I don't know a whole lot about it, except I know that it's app driven and it is a campaign game and it's about Frankenstein. Like
Frankenstein or
mad
Frankenstein
scientists.
monster?
It's about mad scientists.
Because there's a difference.
And they're like,
So yes,
so
actual
basically
Frankenstein.
like players are competing mad scientists entrusted with a page from their journal. I mean, you're creating monsters and stuff. Like,
You know that picture where it's Frankenstein enters a bodybuilding competition?
I have not seen that.
He misunderstood the concept.
Oh, bodybuilding. Oh my word. That's like my level joke.
I know. That's why I wondered if you've seen it because it's funny.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one though. Like again, it's a worker placement game, but it's app driven, so there's a lot of narrative, there's a lot of story. It is a competitive game. I'm really interested to see where this one goes.
I can dig that. Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is An Unconscious Mind from Fantasia Games. Now, Fantasia is also on here.
Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutray.
They did. Okay, here's a story behind this artwork. And this is the only reason, the sole reason why I'm excited about this artwork is the game is the artwork. So Andrew Bosley and Vincent Dutray are like, they both were given tasks. Like you draw this style and you draw this style, and then they mesh them all together. And it's like an unconscious dream game where like everything's flowing together. So like Vincent Dutray's art and Andrew Bosley's art, like I was sold when I heard about it. Like I don't even know anything about the gameplay, but just the way that the art and the production on this was like sold to me, like I'm all in. Plus it's got programming and worker placement. You know, we love worker placement.
We do.
I mean,
We do. No, I'm just.
it's so
I'm just trying to
gorgeous.
wrap my mind around Andrew and Vincent on one
Like that
game.
team up, right?
It's so good. Like
Like if you threw Ian O'Toole on this, I think I would just explode. Like I would physically just
Derek would just like turn into a
implode.
puddle. He'd just be
Like
gone.
if you got those three into a game, like oh my goodness. That's literally all I know about this game, but I'm very excited about
I
it.
think this is the first time I've heard about it from you, literally. But I'm here for it. I
Yeah.
will.
So Fantasia also has another game coming out called Endless Winter, Paleo Americans. This is Stan Kordonsky. We're big Stan fans. We stan Stan.
Stan. Is that what you're
Does
gonna say?
that work?
Yes. Big fan. Oh, and it's
What's that? And
No,
it's
is that-
oh yeah, it's Miko. It's Micho.
Miko,
Yeah,
yeah.
Miko, Micho.
So I was-
Not sure how they
and then
say
I
it.
was like, oh,
but this is a deck building game. It's got a lot of hand management. It has
deck bag
again,
and pool building.
Oh yeah, this has it all.
Ooh.
Everybody that I've talked to that has played this game, and it's a little bit behind. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
it's a little behind, but everything I've been reading in the updates say
Mm-hmm.
that it's delivering this year, and everybody I've talked to have gushed about this, just like with Ark Nova. Like they have
Really?
just gushed about this game.
Well, I am a Stan Kordonsky stan, so like I love his stuff.
Yeah, I mean the theme I could give or take. Like,
I'm down
the
for
theme
anything.
isn't a big deal, but Stan sold it.
You are much more a theme person than me. Like Derek loves a good theme, and I'm like, is it mechanically good? Because that's really what I care about. Like it could be the ugliest game, but if the mechanics are good, I'm sold. And Derek's like, oh my gosh, it's a pretty game, I need it. And I'm like, is it a good game though? No.
Yeah, right. Mike Henson said, "What's the third?" Vincent Dutray, Andrew Bosley, and Ian O'Toole. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
Maybe
spoilers, but all right. So, Endless Winter is a game we're excited about. Let me go back here.
You're just like hopping all over the place.
I am. I'm hopping all over the place. This isn't in any sort of order.
No, I
These
know,
are just the
but,
games
like,
we're excited about, right?
There's like 50 tabs open, and like I would be like deleting them, so like I know where I am, and he's just like, I'm gonna click here. Hopefully we haven't done that
Helena,
one.
would I play an ugly game? That's an interesting question. I really enjoy
Art.
but I also really enjoy Food Chain Magnate, and there's like no art in that game. But I don't know if I would call it ugly. That's a tough one. I don't know if I would call that game ugly. It's just bland, right?
I haven't played it.
Yeah, it's just bland looking, but man, I like that game a lot.
So I think what Derek's trying to say is, yes, he's not that shallow.
I mean, I'm close.
He's a little shallow.
I'm close. I'm pretty basic.
He's a little shallow.
11.
I would definitely play an ugly game.
11 Football Manager. This is coming from Portal. It was on Game Found. And I am a huge FIFA fan, and I really like. So this is a video game. So this is a Football Manager, which is a very prestigious video game.
Can I be Ted Lasso?
Of course, you could totally be Ted Lasso. Nothing's
No.
going to stop you from being Ted Lasso.
No, never mind. I'm Roy.
Oh, you're Roy? You
I'm
can be
Roy.
Roy. You can totally be Roy. I don't
Name
know
my character and everything.
I honestly don't know a whole lot about the game, other than what they talked about on the crowdfunding site.
I know that it's football.
But
like, football, not
It's
American football.
I'm a big fan of sports games. So like if a new sports game is coming out, I'm really excited to try it. And this one has my attention because I really enjoy Football Manager. So I'd like to see how it works. Like
He has been playing a lot of FIFA.
I have. I mean, this one I think would do well on a board game because it's a simulator. Like the video game is a simulator, so it should make that transition pretty well. So let me see what we have going on. I'm just trying to catch up with all the comments here. Yeah, Justin Gibbons, we did talk creature comforts. If you just joined, we definitely mentioned creature comforts. I do enjoy Portal a lot, and Chris Peach, I know you're a big Portal fan. Looking at Justin Gibbons, very nice. Yeah, so we talked about quite a few of those. And in fact, we'll go ahead and move over to the next one. Now, this is a game that not a lot of people, I think, know about. But I feel
like this is like your specific niche where you
That's
were
fair.
like, World War II tanks? Yes, that is my exact interest.
That
How
is
did
my
you
exact
know?
interest. Like, this was made for me. So thank you. I will take it now. This is definitely going to not be for everybody, but I'm excited about it because I got to play the TTS mod when I was deployed. I got to do a playthrough. And
Derek's driven tanks, road
I
tanks,
think
like
tanks are
anything
cool.
tanks.
I think
They
tanks
are
fun.
cool. I
And
got
this
to ride in them too. I can understand the appeal.
Yeah, they're big and mean and fast.
They're the reason my house was shaking for 2 years in the middle of the desert. So you know.
Yeah, so this one's pretty cool. I'm excited for this. The gameplay is solid. You're building up and creating, like, developing technologies to help you win battles or destroy other tanks. And when you destroy other tanks, you get them for victory points. And then, like, whoever, I think it's like a race to a certain amount of, like, destroyed tanks and stuff. But there's a lot of other things going on. You can have, like, half tracks and some other vehicles. It's not all tanks, but primarily it is. So that's what that one is. The next one's all you. Well, it's not all you. I also like this one, but Lizzie was like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about this one."
Veiled Fate.
Yeah.
That's because Ivy Games, Ivy Studios, like all of their games have been fantastic.
Right?
Was the one we played just Monster
High? No, something like that.
That's what I think of it in my head. But like I went into it like not knowing anything about it, and I was like, okay, let's play this, and I was so blown
Let's
away
just
with how
see.
good it is.
What's it called? Mythic Mischief.
Mythic Mischief,
Yeah,
yes.
Mythic
It was
Mischief.
like it's MM. Veiled Fate, again, this is another one that came or was on Kickstarter while Derek was gone, and I think James covered it for us.
Yeah, I think James did some stuff with it.
So I did not get to play it.
I
So
love
obviously
this
disappointed.
cover.
Yes. But their games have always just been fantastic. They're another one that just gets really unique
Yeah.
games, very unique feels to it, and their quality for their
Another
production is
production
always
quality.
like top notch. They go like all in with the Kickstarter. They don't do like all the expansions and like trying to add stuff. They give it to you like upfront. This is our vision for the
They
game.
have it-
This
yeah.
is how we want it,
Yeah.
and we don't want to possibly get a game that has like
They
hardware and stuff. They're
remind
like, this
me-
is how we want it presented to everyone, and we want everyone to have that same gaming experience.
Yes. they remind me of kind of like, that's kind of like Orange Nebula does. Like that's
Yeah.
what, like this is our vision. This is our creative vision. This is what we're going to do. And we're not going to
Compromise.
You're going to take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like, and I really enjoy that. And I think they do a really great job with it. So I'm excited about this. Again, I've not played it. I don't know much about it, but we're talking about games we're excited for.
Male
and that's
fate.
one of them.
Yes.
Next up is Hoplomachus Victorum. So we have all of the original Hoplomachus, and we've played that one and really like it as a 1v1 tactical game.
Yes.
I'm super excited that it's getting a facelift.
I love gladiator
Oh
stuff
my
in
goodness.
general. Like
Yes.
gladiators, I am like Gladiator is like one of my favorite movies. Like,
Yes.
So a gladiator game, I'm like, yes, please. So I loved Hoplomachus. I think Origins was the one that we played more of. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was Hoplomachus Origins. Yep, that was the
So
one.
like for like chip theory games, Hoplomachus is my game.
That's your game. That's
my
your chip
game of
theory
theirs,
game. Yeah.
yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, I like Hoplomachus just as much as I like Too Many Bones. Too Many Bones is, of course, a co-op, and this is very much like, I'm going to wreck you.
This is like, I'm going to destroy you. Keep me
But
screaming.
the main reason why I'm excited about, and this is Victorum, this is the solo version. I know there is another one. What's the other Hoplomachus? I gotta see what it's called.
Lost Cities, Origins, Rise of
No,
Rome.
those are the old ones. But the Hoplomachus, like, I'm excited for it because it's getting a facelift. The first version, it was like I think it might have been their
was
very
the
first
first one,
game
I'm
that
pretty
they
sure, yeah.
released. So like, it's getting like a facelift in terms of graphic design. It's going to be brought up into like Too Many Bones. It's going to be a little bit more intuitive. I think it's going to be more of a quality of life plus some game balancing. But overall, like, I'm really excited about this one. Yeah, very
sure.
excited. Trying to catch up with comments. What's going on here? Justin Gibbons, I'm hoping Madeira Collector's Edition. Yes. Yes, for sure. Frosthaven's is hands Frosthaven.
Oh, Chip Theories is here.
Whoa!
They
Chip
say
Theory game.
remaster.
Remaster.
I
That
was
is
like,
the
Heather, someone's here. I'm not
perfect-
sure who was running your.
Perfect
But
way to put it. A
hi.
remaster.
Perfect timing.
Yes. a
I don't know if you were
remaster.
just lurking in the comments waiting for us.
No, actually, I'm pretty sure whenever Chip Theory games gets like mentioned, it's kind of like when you ring a bell and Angel gets its wing. Whenever like Too Many Bones is mentioned, like Chip Theory
Someone's like, oh,
teleports in.
I'm needed.
It's like the bat signal gets put up, right? All right, so the next one we have, now this is a game that I am super excited for. Now, it says 2021, but I backed this and I don't have my copy.
So we're saying 2022.
I'm saying 2022 because I don't think it's going to retail until 2022. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't have mine yet, and it's 2022. So for me,
So
I'm saying 2022.
Richard Garfield, like magic.
Richard Garfield Magic, and
That's
Justin
why.
Gary, who did
That's why.
Ascension and did what's
Oh, it's
the other?
Josh. Hi, Josh.
Oh, it's Josh. Who did the other deck builder I really liked.
You love
cannot
so
think of
many
his
deck
name.
builders
No,
that
no, no, no,
does
no, no,
not-
no, no. Shards of Infinity.
Oh, yeah.
Shards of Infinity.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like this is a deck building game, kind of. It's like a hybrid where there's a lot going on in this, honestly. I'm just super excited because it has Justin Gary and Richard Garfield together into another deck builder. But I followed their progression of this. Like, Richard would go to Seattle and hang out with Justin, and Justin was posting on
Wait.
Facebook. And so I was like,
With over 15,000 cards in the
Yes.
base set alone.
yes, it's so many cards. It's so many cards.
15,000?
Like, the combinations are insane with this game. Yeah, it's super cool. I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
All right, the next one we have.
AJ says Chip Theory has teleported right into my game room before when I mentioned them.
Yeah, I mean,
Mondo here.
Chris Peach was talking about The Hunger. So The Hunger came out last year. It's a game I've not gotten a chance to play, but it's a Clank-like, but Richard did it. It's about vampires, I think.
Okay.
All right, the next one is Astro Knights. It's a game I think is
Will
going...
Sobel.
Will Sobel, right? So this is
Crazy Boards and Cards, yeah.
extending the Aeon's End universe, but Aeon's End is by far one of...
So
I'd
you
put it-
soloed those
I
when you were
soloed the whole
deployed. So
thing.
I have not
Oh
gotten
my
a chance
gosh,
to play
I
it,
gotta
but
teach
Derek
it
came
with
back
you.
and he was like, this game, I
It's
can't believe it
amazing.
took me this long. It was so good.
Aeon's End blew my mind when I finally got a chance to play it, but I was deployed and I played it in like a week. I played all of it in a week. It was amazing.
He didn't even talk to me. He was like, forget it, babe. Got my game set up.
I'm really excited, but this is, I mean, it's just extending the Aeon's End, so I'm all for it. I think it's a straight to retail. But if you've not gotten a chance to play Aeon's End, I highly, I recommend it. Like, it's a deck building game, and the cool, like, just the core loop alone, just the fact that you just never shuffle your deck. So when you're getting cards, yes, you never shuffle. So you can, if you can do it, you can math out exactly when you should draw into cards. And so, like, there's times where you can put cards back on top of your deck. But, like, the cool thing is, when you draw 5 cards, you know you're in a cadence. Like, 5 cards, cool, I should see this. If you draw an extra card, that changes the entire cadence of the deck. It is super interesting. So fun.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Mondo? Great to see you. All right, so that is Astronauts. And the next one is Vagrant Song coming from Weird Miniatures. Now, this is a game. AJ, if you're still in the comments, you and I have played through, I think, like the first 3 or 4 scenarios. We need to finish that up, by the way. So you need to come over and hang out so we can finish up this. This is a campaign-driven game. It's set in like the 19th. Right? Yes. Yeah. It's set in like the 1910 type, 1920 type situation, right? But it's just whimsical. It's not, I wouldn't say whimsical. It's not whimsical. It's just spooky and eerie, and the whole production quality, the acrylic standees are so great because they have full art on them and they just look amazing. Action points, there's dice, but the way the dice are used are really fun. You've got like 3 actions you can take on your turn. You can do a lot of like sharing.
Cool, like, aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got this at Origins. I'm really excited that I did. I think
So you got it at Origins in 2021. Like,
yeah, I was playing in 2021 even though I knew it wasn't a 21 release. They air freighted over like
a handful of them,
50 copies, whatever they could fit on a pallet, and I happened to be able to get one.
Because he was like knocking people over, like, I'm getting this.
I was. AJ knows. Actually, Bob and Isaac would know because they were there. Anyways, so check out Vagrant Song if you're into it. And it's kind of weird. I've been on a cooperative kick recently.
You have.
This is kind of like a transformational journey for me because I was very adamant.
A journey for you? Not so much for me.
You don't really like co-op still.
I want to beat you.
This is why we can't ever play co-op.
If I'm not playing to win, I'm not having fun.
Like, I've really enjoyed co-ops. You know what? Let me... I think one of the reasons why I've enjoyed co-ops is that they're easy to solo. So if I do want to play solo, I can. In fact, Vagrant Song is a game where I've had to actually stop myself from not playing because I don't want to ruin it and I'm playing with AJ. So if I play ahead, then I'll know. So I can't like play ahead and then be like, AJ will come over and be like, oh, I had no idea that was going to happen.
There was a person? I'm so surprised.
Anyways, I've really enjoyed cooperatives.
Justin says, the next thing we know, Derek is going to start loving Pandemic.
You know, funny you say that. The Blizzard, the World of Warcraft Pandemic is actually pretty cool. So, you know, but that, I could be biased there for theme. Anyways.
Could.
Moving on, let's get some Stan. Let's get some Stan time.
Yes, so I got to play this on tabletop.
Game.
Which I do not enjoy playing things on tabletop. It is like a slog for me. It just changes the way of the feel of the game for me. But this game was still really good, even though I was playing it in TTS.
That's stellar.
Yeah, so I actually got to play with Stan. So Derek met him at Origins. I mean, which one?
I met him at Origins. Yeah, we played at Origins.
Yeah, you got to hang out with him. I was a little jealous. And Derek's like, I'm going to make sure that you get a chance to play it because, you know, I haven't gotten to play some of his more recent ones that were coming out. So he's like, you're going to love this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's bag building. It's got like an Orleans feel, but it's post-apocalyptic. You're going out. I mean, Orleans and like the way your bag works. Because you're pulling out different workers that go.
Just think, like, this is like the 3rd or 4th bag building. This is the first time you've mentioned Orleans. Like,
I mean, this one feels more like Orleans than Wonderland's War does because you're specifically putting specific workers into your bag to pull out, and they can only go in specific places.
I get that, yeah.
So that's the reason why. But this game is stellar.
This one gave me much more.
Yes.
What's that tug of war one that he did?
Tug of war. Dual powers. He didn't do dual powers.
He didn't do dual powers.
Stan didn't do dual powers.
Oh, but he works with.
He works with Keith. He's done Lockup with Keith.
Yeah, he did Lockup. Okay.
But yeah, no, dual powers.
But it gave me like dual power vibes-ish.
I mean,
with the area
worker placement, bag building, like the post-apocalyptic theme, give or take, doesn't really bother me. But the game itself is so good.
The gameplay is great.
It is fantastic, and Stan has a great vision for the game. I wish more people would have seen it on Kickstarter. I think it's criminally underrated.
For sure.
I just think a lot of people didn't see it.
When it comes out, they're going to be disappointed that they
As soon as reviews in our live stream, or well, not just because of us, but we'll live stream it, but other people, once people get reviews and media coverage up on this game, like people are going to flock to this.
Yes.
Because it is super, super solid.
Yeah.
Really excited about this. Like, it's not even ranked. Like, sad. All right, we're gonna do that one. Should we do it now? I don't know. All right. So
we keep saying it's like green team always wins. It's just green team wins.
Well, it's green team wins, but like the thing is like green team always wins.
We played this so many times at PAX Unplugged.
This is probably our most played game of like our most played party game in like years ever. Yeah. This is probably the only party game I will ever want to play, like period. Because the way it works is you try to get into a herd mentality of trying to answer what you think the group will answer. And if you do that, you score points. If you don't, you don't get points. No, it's not what you think.
But then, like, you know when you get that, like, oh my gosh, it's so much pressure, I can't think of it. And it's like the really obvious answer.
You get tongue-tied and you just get the most
funny answer. Or like, you're like, I have absolutely no idea, so I'm just going to like be ridiculous, and then everyone else is like, what is wrong?
So there's 3 types of questions. There are multiple choice, this or that, so one thing or another thing, and then there's fill in the blank. The fill in the blanks.
It's supposed to be like a one-word thing.
Yeah, it's like blank card or blank day, right? Or there's a bunch of other things.
Blank monster.
Blank
Cookie
monster.
Obviously
you would say Cookie Monster.
Answer, Derek.
That's not what I said, but
it's not.
I'm not going to say what I said. You can ask Lizzy what I said later. Not on camera. So it is opposite of Just One. Now listen, I love Just One. In fact, Just One was probably my go-to party game, or one of my go-to party games before Green Team Wins. Green Team Wins will be what I pull out instead of Just One. Now I will still play Just One, but this legitimately has legs to win a Kennerspiel. Like, I think this could easily win a Spiel. When you guys get a chance to play this game, it's only in prototype. Fun. Like, I have never, and it's such a great.
Not shut up about it since he played it at Origins.
What can I say? Mondo's played it.
Yes,
I know Mondo has played it with me.
Isaac, I'm pretty sure, just carries it around in his back pocket.
He does.
Like, at the grocery store, like, hey, we're waiting in line. Let me teach you this game. Super fun. You're gonna love it.
Yo, you on the next register, get in on this. We can play 3. Let's go. Anyways, I've said enough about this. 25th Century, Green Team Wins. You guys are gonna need to check that one out. Weather Machine. I know we all have been mentioning it in the comments. Yes, it is coming. Weather Machine from.
So this is like
Eagle
your
Griffin.
stand. You love Vital.
Oh my gosh, Vital is like my stand. Yes, I would say Vital is my stand.
Yes.
And Ian O'Toole. Like, this is the dynamic duo. Like, when I think of board games, for me, I can't think of a better duo. Honestly, like, for me, this is for me. This
is like your peanut butter and jelly, like.
This is my PB&J. Like, and I have not gotten a chance to play this yet, but I know others have, like, that I trust their opinion on.
Honestly, though, if no one had played this and they just said, oh, it's Vital Soda and Ian O'Toole, they're like, yes, okay. Do you take cash, credit card? Where can I send the check? I'll have Lizzy write it out. Here's
the thing. I already bought it. Like, I backed it for the all-in. I'm getting all the metal stuff, too. Like, I went, like, the tippy top. Like, you know, I gave them all of my money. This is like one of
those, one like and I'll do it. Derek liked it. Oh, yes.
It was.
That is
like,
him.
Yeah, one like, one love. We got this.
Well.
And Mike Henson says he's got it. He's played it, and it's great. Like, what I've heard about Weather Machine is that it is kind of like I don't know, like a mixture of like all of his games. Kanban plus some Lisboa plus some On Mars plus Gallerist and Venus. Like, he's put a lot of different things in here. You can, and oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm speechless. I'm really, really excited for this game, and I need to play it on Tabletop Simulator soon because I just haven't set aside time to do it, but I need to for sure. I really like the theme too. Like, I'm not a theme person, but I like the scientific
Oh, what's his escape plan, right?
Escape plan,
that was like was your like most thematic game. You love
of his, that was his most thematic for sure.
For sure.
Chris G. Oh my gosh, Chris Goldie, don't do that to me, man. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not looking at your comment. Don't do this to me. He says it was just okay. Played this a couple times and maybe top 5. Okay, all right. Well, I'm still excited about it. You can't rain on my parade. All right, next one, Divinus, Lucky Duck Games.
Okay, you say Divinus. I still like
Divinus.
I
don't know
that's
how
what
it's
I lean
said.
toward. But I know. I think it's just so funny that we both lean very different ways for the pronunciation. Because it's like divine. So
It is
Divinus.
Divinus. All right, fine. We'll go Divinus.
I mean, Divinus is more like divisible, dividing it, but it's God's. It's divine.
So Divinus is a game that we got a chance to preview.
Mm-hmm.
We got a chance to play through like the first 3. I think it was. What was like the first 3 scenarios?
maybe only 2.
4? I don't know. We played through some of it.
Yes.
And so we both enjoyed Destinies quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
We enjoyed Destinies. We had a few issues with Destinies in the competitive sense, the app sense, not the gameplay. The gameplay itself was fantastic. The app had a couple wonky parts to it where we weren't super in love with it. However, Divinus,
You say?
100% fixes my worries that I had with this Destinies, and this is the culmination of that app experience. Like they have, I won't say perfected it yet because they could implement some things that make it better, but from Chronicles of Crime to Destinies to Divinus, like they have clearly nearly perfected it, and this is so good.
Plus, like
It's so good.
mythology, like Greek or Norse, like all the like.
It's mythology itself. It's got
favorite.
Vikings and the Greek gods fighting, to control the planet because you're adding these stickers to the different tiles.
I love that.
And then the stickers are crazy. There's no QR codes. They have somehow come up with technology, which is amazing, that is QR codeless, and the sticker just populates.
It's pretty insane.
So you don't have this ugly QR code on the tile.
I mean, from when we started gaming to the types of games that we are now able to play, it's just incredible. Like the apps and how we've come technology-wise, coming alongside gameplay, it's an experience for sure. It's so cool.
Yeah. Divinus, Divinus. Listen, I say Orleans. I don't say Orleans. But Divinus, Divinus. I feel like this is another camel cup situation here. Divinus, Divinus. There it is. There it is. Put it down, Bree.
Orleans.
Divinus is gonna be awesome, y'all. All right, we're getting close to the end here. All right. We've got just a couple more. Now, this is a game that does not have a BGG page yet, but this is Bigfoot Roll and Smash.
Yeah, so we get to check this out at PAX Unplugged. So this is coming to retail.
Yep.
So they don't have
March or April,
a BGG,
but it's coming straight to.
But
It's
like,
so
there's
fun.
these giant
so
wheels,
fun.
and then you put them together, and then you use your hand to like be the monster truck, and then they roll, and then
The wheels are the dice.
That's what you
That's
get to
amazing.
use. And then there's
These huge wheels are dice.
there's I don't know, like a run setup, and then you have to use the stuff that you got to create the run that your monster truck is gonna go on.
You're
and try
doing
and get
jumps
points.
and crushing
Yeah,
stuff.
so like you each play as a different monster truck, and different monster trucks do better at different things. Like some are better at the jumps, some are more like interacting with whatever's out there. Our son is going to throw
Dude, the miniatures in this game are awesome. Like I
Yes.
have not been able to find there's a I don't know what's a pre-campaign link do. Oh, here we go.
No,
Nice,
that's
look at
Our
that.
travel.
Oh, that's Our Travels. Dang it. Where's the monster truck game? I want Bigfoot. Well, here's like a picture. There's the die. You can see the die there. And it's got miniatures of the monster truck itself. Like Bigfoot, there's a couple other ones. I don't know. It's mainly Bigfoot. It's like an ode to Bigfoot.
Which was the very first monster truck ever.
Right.
That's where we got monster trucks.
That's where we got them from. But you are really going to like this one. I had a lot of fun with it, like just thematically and like the immersion experience. At the demo we got at PAX Unplugged. So
But we actually
it left
talked
enough
to the designer.
We
He's
did.
Very passionate about it.
It left
Super
enough
cool.
of an impression on me to remember it 3 months later, 2
For
months
this,
later.
to talk about it,
To talk about it. So I'm pretty excited about that. When was PAX Unplugged? December? 2 months
Like a
later.
month ago.
A month ago? I don't know. I have a short attention span anyways.
You like 3 months ago, and I'm like 3 months. Oh
Yeah,
my
Chris,
goodness.
it is the dumbest best thing. Like it's kind of one of those themes. It's just like it's so kind of absurd, but it's just awesome. It's like you can clearly see someone made it out of passion.
Like,
it's a passion project.
And you see it and you're like, okay, I'm in.
Yes.
That looks very cool.
Yes. And I mean, what Lizzy was saying is 100% right. Like, you take all 4 dice, you put your hand on top
But
of it.
they're wheels.
They're wheels, like you're the monster truck, and you push forward and like drive, and then you roll the dice that way. It's so crazy. Anyway, Six Siege. I don't have a whole lot to say about this. It's a military tactical game. Mythic Games, in my opinion, does a lot of really great stuff. I'm really excited.
Based on a video game, right?
It is based on a video game.
And I knew nothing about it. And I was like, oh, I think we're covering this game from Mythic. And Derek's like, oh, is it 6? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, is that
Tom Clancy?
I don't know.
Yeah, Tom Clancy. I'm really excited
It
about
was
this one.
pretty good, though.
It was great, wasn't it?
I mean,
like a tactical team game, 1v1 tech. You can play up to like 4, I think, but it's team based. I really like the 1v1. And the way that you like tactically try to maneuver and figure out like
there's one person.
it's an area control game
in the building, and there's the other trying to get in, and
it's defense. One team's attacking,
fun.
One's defending.
It's definitely not like my typical kind of game, but I kind of crushed Derek, and I was here for it.
Yeah, AJ got a chance to play it. I think you were most surprised because you weren't expecting to really. You're just like, let's play it. Yeah,
like,
and then you were like, wow, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that one has a bit of a higher learning curve.
It does.
Just because there's so many little things.
There's a lot of
especially if, like, it's not the style of game I play. I don't know anything about the source material. I don't play video games, so like it was all brand new to me. But I still enjoyed it, so I think that speaks volumes about the game.
Yeah. I mean, it does have a weight of almost 4. So like I said, there's a lot of little rules that you might mess up, but I really liked it.
But you're still going to enjoy the game. So.
100%. All right. Isofarian Guard. Now this is coming. Isofarian. I don't know why we're on this pronunciation thing.
Because we have to say them out
loud. Guard. This is from Sky Kingdom Games, Eric Bitterman. We got a chance to play this one. And it is.
And I saw it at Gen Con. Right? I sat down with Eric, and I got to play it like one-on-one with him.
I mean, it's definitely in the vein of like Gloomhaven, right? And like it's a super, super heavy narrative, thematic game.
It's
like the app is built in.
But
like,
I don't think
lots
it's as heavy as Gloomhaven.
Heavy? I just meant like, no, you mean gameplay wise?
Yeah, like, because that's
no.
you just said.
No, I said heavily thematic.
You did not say thematic, though. You just said it's heavy like Gloomhaven.
Heavily thematic game.
Okay. Thematic, yes.
The app where they it's foreteller, so foreteller.
Another one.
It's another bag building game. Yep. And you're using your bag to defeat
and this is
monsters.
Solo 2-player.
It is 1 or 2 players, which for us
very cool.
It's fantastic and it's cooperative. So Lizzy was kind of like,
but now you solo it.
That is fair. But this is a game that a lot of people are going to enjoy. I know once it hits, people are going to be really surprised by the
they've already built a great community around it. So,
of the game.
He's done a lot of really cool things.
Super excited, yeah. I know it's a little bit behind, but I mean, that's the world right now. So it's just the way it is.
There's nothing.
I don't care because I played the game, so I know how good it is, and I'm super excited for this.
And they've been really good about update. I've been seeing things about it consistently too. So.
Justin, nice. Yeah, he backed Isofarian Guard. All right, now we've got Lockup Breakout.
Yes.
This is an expansion to Lockup, which is one of our. I would say this is one of our. Like, if you and I had to make a list, a collective list. No, hold on. Yes, our list would be different. But if you and I had to be like, okay, together, we're gonna put 20 games in a list, right? I would put Lockup on there.
Because you know how much I love it.
No, I love it too. No, I love Lockup too.
Not as much as me.
But what I'm saying is this is a collective love. I think you're right. You love it a lot more than I do. But I do like this game a lot. It's got hidden worker placement where you're placing workers onto the board. It's bidding. It's worker placement bidding. So you're like, you have I don't know, say you have 6 workers. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. So you place it face down. And you're like,
but you can bid multiple people for the same thing. So it's like, are you doing 2 low people?
2 ones or
are you doing like a 5? Like, are you trying to like psych me out so I put more people there and then I take it the other way? Like, do you even care about this?
It's so good. Yeah, you can totally play mind games with people just on the way that you're blind bidding for worker
I'm not blind bidding.
Well, no,
I know what I'm doing.
It is blind bidding. Like, you can totally play mind games, which is super fun. Yeah. Secret unit deployment is the correct mechanism Really fun. And we didn't get a chance to play the expansion.
No,
it's on its way. So I'm excited.
Because Derek's like, oh, it's Stan. And it's Lockup. Okay.
I mean,
Lizzy needs this.
if Stan puts a game out, I'm pretty sure I can buy it. Like, I'm
Without needing to ask me about
I'm pretty sure. So the other one that I realized that we didn't put on here is coming from Lucky Duck as well. And it's a Wonderful Kingdom.
Yes.
I think Lucky Duck is localizing this to North America, I want to say.
Yes, so we played It's a Wonderful World.
Wow.
And
It's a Wonderful World is
Derek was like, oh, it's
good.
like, it's supposed to be like Seven Wonders, but like better. Like, and I was like, hold up. Like Seven Wonders is like my OG. And then I played it and I was like,
tell me I'm wrong.
wow.
Where's the lie?
Okay, so this is like the 1 or 2 player version. So
This
I
is the
am
2-player that they're coming out with.
so excited about it.
I
am so excited.
Really excited for this game. So it's like basically how Seven Wonders came out with Seven Wonders Duel.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't enjoy Seven Wonders Duel. Like,
I mean, it's
I know
fun.
that's kind of sacrilege, and a lot of people love Seven Wonders Duel, and like Derek and I like mostly play 2-player games. So you think that I would
think
play
the Seven
all
Wonders
about it?
would be one of our things.
I love Seven Wonders.
I
don't enjoy the Seven Wonders Duel.
I think one of the things that I think for me surprised people that I wasn't a big fan of the drafting pyramid.
Yeah.
Like the way that you draft cards. It was fine. It wasn't bad. It was okay.
So I'm very excited for this one. I have very high hopes.
So this is funny. I had a conversation with some friends about a month ago. The I Cut You Choose is the most... Okay, if you had to ask me, if there are any designers watching this, Mondo, if you are watching this game or any other designers, I Cut You Choose is the most underrated and underutilized mechanism in board games because it has some of the weightiest decisions to make. It has, like, you can take a very light game and give it depth by adding I Cut You Choose because that choice
like
can
Hanamakoji?
be like Hanamakoji.
Oh man.
I mean, honestly, even like New York Slice. Like, I'm not a huge fan of New York Slice, but the I Cut You Choose, like, when you're giving somebody an option, like, okay, I'm going to look at these 4 things, I'm going to divide them up. Now you have to choose. And I'm specifically going to try to make a pile worse for you and better for me, or maybe they're equally
It's like, you know, when you're a kid and the mom's like, there's one piece of cake left. One kid gets to cut in half, the other person gets to pick the cake. And it's just like, which one's better?
Like, I
know
Cut You
one of them's better and I need the better one.
For me, I would buy any game that uses I Cut You Choose because it's just not used enough. I'm so excited that It's a Wonderful Kingdom uses that mechanic. All right, let's look here at our super official list of games and see if there's anything that we missed that we want to talk about. I think we've hit pretty much everything that we wanted to. I think so.
Obviously,
no. People are going to be like, "Where's Return to Dark Tower?"
I saw Frosthaven a lot in the comments.
So let's talk about that. Return to Dark Tower, I would love to play. Didn't back it. I would absolutely play it in a heartbeat. But I also don't have any nostalgia for it. I never played it as a kid. I never played it at all. So I don't have any nostalgic reason to be like, oh my gosh, I have to have this game. Now, granted, I'm super excited for people that get to play it. Like that what Restoration does is awesome, and I'm really happy. Like Star Wars Epic Duels, I played that as a kid. So when they brought that to Unmatched, that to me was my nostalgia. Like that was amazing. So okay, so that's Return to Dark Tower. Frosthaven is a much better Gloomhaven. I enjoyed Frosthaven more than I did Gloomhaven. But I just am not
campaign players like that game.
Yeah, it just is not one that for
that
us
is something
specifically.
for people that are going to consistently get together and play it and build their characters.
It's a game night.
Commit to it.
Yes,
that
it's
is
a weekly
huge
game.
commitment. That is not like a one-off or pull it out occasionally.
Yes.
That is a setup on your game table for months at a time, and that's just not the type of players that
Justin,
we are.
I know Justin's favorite game of all time, I'm pretty sure, is Gloomhaven.
Yes.
And listen.
And that's
I have nothing against Gloomhaven.
no.
Gloomhaven is a fantastic game.
played it
And I can tell you, we did a live stream for Frosthaven, and that game will be...
Oh, it's going to be incredible.
Will blow people's minds. Like, more than Gloomhaven did. I can guarantee you that.
Oh, for sure.
I would play Frosthaven. it's not a game that I would own or purchase because I know myself and I know you. We could not and would not dedicate the time to play it. Like as
if you're gonna play that,
media
you
content,
have to give it the
we
time
get thrown so much that like
there's so much that we want to cover that we just don't have time for.
And it's nothing against Frosthaven. It's just that's why it's not on the list. Like
it's gonna be top of the BGG charts for sure.
Yeah. Justin played Gloomhaven Solo. Heather, Unbreakable. So is Unbreakable coming out in 20? So here's the thing. One of the hardest things about this list was not knowing when
too many
when things were going to release, right? Mm-hmm. So like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot one, by the way. Okay, we'll talk about Unbreakable, and then I totally forgot about that one. Oh my gosh, how could I? All right. So like because of when things release, when things are in production, with the current schedule of like just the world, it's tough for us to know. So I'm glad that you're here in the comments. Unbreakable would definitely make my list, you know, knowing if it comes out in 2022. Like if it comes out in 2022, 100% I'm excited for that. Yes. Too Many Bones, I love it personally. I know AJ loves it. So super stoked for that. The other game that I completely forgot is Mosaic, A Story of History. And if Simon is watching this later, or Glenn, I apologize to Glenn. I don't apologize to Simon. I'm kidding. They're both great friends. Mosaic is a game I got to play on TTS a couple times. Was it TTS or Tabletopia? Might have been Tabletopia. Either way, this is a civilization game.
Did you hear it?
Did I say either way?
You said either, and I said either. Like,
it's awesome.
I
love it. Mosaic, A Story of History, A Civilization is going to be really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's not going to be for everybody, but but it
will be for us.
It's 100% for me. Like having played this game, I went all in on everything. Miniatures, coins, playmat, like literally they said, here's everything we have. And I said, here you go. Let's go. If you've played Raccoon Tycoon, it's so fast. You take an action, you go. Like it's got that type of speed, so you're not sitting there like for 15-20 minutes like
someone's doing 18
like an epic civilization game. You still get the fun like building of your civilization and like seeing things progress and developing new technologies, and you've got a map that you're building cities onto and things like that, so you still get that feel, but it's so quick. So Mosaic is going to be really, really, really good. Yeah, this is going to be, I think, honestly, this might be one of my favorite Civ games that I've played, of the Civilization games that I've played, just because of how quick it is. And, I mean, it's by the designer. I mean, Glenn did Age of Empires 3 and Sid Meier's Civilization, the board game. So,
and Railways of the World.
I mean, he has the pedigree to do this. And I've talked to Glenn and I've talked to Simon. So to him, he was like, I want to like make these things better. Like I want to bring a modern telling of these games. And that's what he did with this. And I think a lot of people are going to be super, super excited and very happy with this one. I mean, there's a lot of games coming out this year. Fate of the West is not this year, unfortunately, AJ. I'm not sure what the date on that's going to be, but all right, we have waxed eloquent long enough. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this post live, please comment and tell us games you're excited about that didn't make this list. Because like I said,
what are we hitting the nail on the head for? Like, what are you excited about that we are?
There's about 3,000-4,000 games released a year. So we might miss a few.
We did like what,
give or take. We might miss 5. I mean,
6 maybe. I don't know. Let's not get crazy.
Yeah. So my Paradox Initiative, I really, really wanted to put Paradox Initiative on this.
But that's kickstarting this year.
It is. Like, so I specifically did not want to put games that are kickstarting this year.
We're trying to do for sure releases like that I know are not kickstarting this year. But I hope Paradox Initiative hits this year. That would be cool. Yeah.
I would be super into that for multiple reasons that we'll talk about when it comes out. Yeah, Chris, we could have talked about Ark Nova. So here's the thing, though. Like Lizzy said, we don't
know. We don't
gave
know
you
everything I knew
anything about the game, and I know Chris has played it.
Unless you want me to read the VGG forum.
Should we just, I think what we should do is we should open the rule book and let's just start reading the rule book to everybody about Ark Nova.
I will go watch my movie for the fourth night in a row.
Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And we hope that you have a great rest of your week.
Hope you get some great gaming in.
That's right.
2022.
2022, right? All right.
See you guys. Thanks for joining.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.